Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar. My name is Mikiko Muraoka. I'm an online marketing manager here at Marin Software. Also leading today's webinar, along with myself, is Megan Salinas, who's also an online marketing manager with a pretty extensive expertise in our Facebook application. Today, we will be covering the latest feature enhancements introduced into our application. Our main focus will be on product listing ad creation, call and location extensions reporting, and the updated Facebook ad creation workflow that is now available within the Marin application. We hope that this session will provide you with the base knowledge to start utilizing these enhancements right away. And during this webinar, if there are any questions you would like to ask, please type them into the chat bar available through the software. And time permitting, we will answer some of those questions at the end of this webinar. Our help section within our application is also updated with articles regarding these new features. We definitely encourage you to use them as a reference point. And as always, if there are any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out to your account's online marketing manager, your account managers, or file a support ticket in the event that you may run into any errors or issues when utilizing these new enhancements. In getting started today, we will first go through the enhancements that we've made around our support for product listing ads. You'll see on my screen now the Creatives tab, where you will be able to create product listing ads through Marin. Previously, you were only able to sync in the already created PLAs from Google. You will notice through your navigation of the application that the grid layout has improved for placement product listing ads. You're now able to create in addition to syncing. You'll also be able to edit the promotions that are associated with your product listing ads and update the status. Along with, similarly to your search ads, you'll also be able to schedule actions, and you will be able to bulk upload and multi-edit through the application as well. There are further enhancements being made in the near future, but today I'd like to show you the creation options that are now available. First, you'll navigate to the Creatives tab, and once you've done so, this will be very similar to what you're used to in creating a search ad today. If you're going to make a single product listing ad, all you'll have to do is go ahead and hit the Create button, the plus sign that is at the top of the grid. Select your publisher or account. Select the campaign, then select a group. Once you've done that, hit Next Step, and you'll be taken to the required fields for this creative. You'll notice that before you move on, it looks just like your search text ads. The way to change this to be able to create a product listing ad is to go ahead and select product from this drop-down next to creative type. Once you do that, you'll notice that the search text field requirements disappear, and you'll see that the optional promotion field is available to you. Again, this field is optional on the Google side as well. If you don't fill this in, there will be no promotion in addition to the product details that Google automatically pulls from your feed. So if you do want to add an additional promotion to your product listing ad, you would fill that out here. And you'll see that just with your search ads, you'll be able to assign dimensions to your product listing ads. And you will also be able to schedule your actions. In case you're not aware of the scheduled actions option, Marin gives you the option here to resume or pause ads on a given date at a given time. And you'll be able to add multiple of those if it makes sense to your account. So now that we've put in a promotion for this product listing ad, we'll navigate over, hit save. And you'll see that there is now a blue status bar, or a green status bar, excuse me, that says this creative was created successfully within the application. If you navigate over to the activity log, you'll see that the product listing ad that I have just created shows up as a Google Creative. It will also show the promotion that I have inputted, and it has been created within Marin in the to be sent status. If you would like to push this out right away, go ahead and select the creative you've just created and hit post now. If you let this remain in your activity log in the to be sent status, the job will be sent out to Google at 8 p.m. local account time when there is a dual sync that occurs between Marin and the publishers. Again, with any other creation in Marin, you can go ahead and hold or cancel the product listing ad that you just created. And now we'll go ahead and navigate back to the Creatives tab and show you what this would look like within the application once it's been created. You're able to filter for product listing ads, and for that matter, any type of ad, by bringing in the creative type column within the grid. In order to do so, navigate to the View Builder on the right-hand side, and under Settings, you'll notice that one of the options is Creative Type. By selecting Creative Type, it'll bring it into the application, and you can go ahead and change the column order to your preference. You'll notice that in this grid, Creative Type is to the right, and we'll go ahead and hit the Filter button on the header. In doing so, you'll see that we're able to filter for all types of creatives within the application. And since we're going to look for our product listing ads, we'll go ahead and click Product and apply the filter. In doing so, it brings up the product listing ad with the Lanterns promotion that we just created within the application. Because we have not pushed this out to the publishers yet, you'll notice that there is the pencil mark to the left-hand side, and that just means that it's an edit within the Marin application that has not been synced into Google. And you'll notice here that the way product listings shows up within the application, the headline will say product listing ad to denote what type of ad it is. And then what we're used to seeing for the search side, the description line will now say what the promotion is. And then from here, if there are a few things, edits that you would like to make through the application, if you have multiple product listing ads or regular ads that you would like to either schedule actions for or go ahead and pause or resume, you may do so within the grid. And this applies to product listing ads in the same way that it applies to our text ads. All you would do is go ahead and select your product listing ad that you want to change the status on and either press pause or resume. If you would like to set a scheduled action for multiple product listing ads, select all of the ads that are relevant, hit the scheduled actions button, and you'll see that you're now able to, just as in the settings page for that one particular product listing ad, you will now be able to add scheduled actions from here as well. In addition to being able to create single product listing ads, you can now also create multiple through our bulk upload feature. Again, if you navigate to the left-hand side, bottom left, you'll see that there is the bulk ad edit creatives link. And when you navigate to that, it will take you to the same page as you're used to for your search campaigns. The headers will be the same. The one thing to remember when uploading multiple product listing ads through a bulk sheet or by pasting it into our multi-create box is that because product listing ads do not go in the same headline description 1, description 2 format as a search text ad, you will only need to keep the description 1 header in order to bulk upload. The description 1 header that we have in our bulk upload header is adjacent to the promotion, the optional promotion that you would be creating for your product listing ad. And you'll also notice that we have a creative type header, and populating that with product will make sure that a product listing ad is created. The rest of the bulk upload is the same as before. You'll be able to upload a file or copy into our multi-creation box. And you'll also be able to select either to upload in to be sent or held status. So in general, the product listing ad enhancement that we've made makes it very similar to creating your search text ads, but allows you to make sure that you're able to add your promotions through Marin as well. And as before, you can also sync in your product listing ads. This just gives you a bit more into management of your product listing ads through the Marin UI. And again, this is a first step towards full management of product listing ads. So please let us know if there are any additional features that you're looking for, or if the workflow is not as you expect. The next product update that we will be covering is the call and location extensions reporting. We've now made it an available column within the application. If you do have call and extension call and extensions set up within the Google UI and you want to bring this metric into Marin, this is a feature that, because it is just released, you will need to reach out to your online marketing manager to enable within your application. But it's a simple request. Just go ahead and email your online marketing managers, or on your next call, bring it up as a feature you would like enabled. And it'll take a couple of days to get this up and running within your application, but please feel free to make that request to your online marketing managers. What this enhancement now does is makes the reporting of impressions and clicks, and derived metrics of call and location extensions available within the Marin grid. You can now view, filter, and analyze these metrics within the Marin application for quicker decision-making and optimization efforts by identifying any keywords that might have a high call or driving direction click count. So in order to have this in your grid view, once you've reached out to your online marketing manager and it has been enabled in your account, it'll be additional columns that are available again through View Builder. So once you navigate over to the View Builder, this will be available as add extensions within your View Builder grid. So as of right now, if you go to your View Builder, this may not present itself. And once you've reached out to your online marketing manager and you've heard back that it's been enabled, this Add Extensions option will appear in your View Builder. Once you click into Add Extensions, you'll notice that you are now able to pick click-to-call, impressions, clicks, CTR, and cost over calls. You're also going to be able to get the Get Directions impression, driving direction clicks, Get Direction click-through rate, and the cost over Get Directions clicks. And once it's been pulled into the grid, this is what you'll see. You'll see that there are additional columns within your view that then can be filtered just like any other metric column that is available within the Marin application. The next feature we'll be going through is enhanced settings history abilities within the application. As you may know, within Marin, all of the items, creatives, keywords, groups, campaigns, have their own settings history logged in their settings page. In order to get to that settings history, all you have to do is navigate to, say, a keyword, click onto the keyword, and it will take you to the settings page. This is also true for any of the other items such as creative. When you scroll down on the settings page, you'll notice that there is a box at the very bottom called Settings History. In the past, we've been able to go ahead and download this settings history, but this last enhancement has made it possible for the setting history to be tied to the activity log. Now, the activity log, as you're aware, provides jobs that are in held status, jobs that have been pushed through, anything that is associated with your account. So revenue uploads, cost downloads, all of those are in your activity log. What this enhancement now does is that if you're in your settings history and there's something that piques your interest, by clicking on the date and timestamp, a filter will be placed on your activity log as you're navigated to that page. And you'll see that the user and the date will be a filter that is already placed in your activity log. And this way, you can see all of the changes that that user made on that date to easily identify any objects or activities around the keyword that you were looking at that may need additional attention, or just so you know what went on that day. So the pre-filters for the activity log will be there only when you click through the settings history page and on that time and date stamp. And then from here, once you've navigated to the activity log, you can then create a report and download all of the activities that that person has created within the application on that day. You'll also notice that when you navigate back to the activity log, when you do not go through a settings history, all of the predetermined filters are not present. And if you want to recreate while you're on the activity log, all of these columns are filterable. So the predetermined filters are only there if you go through the settings page, but again, the activity log is filterable to your use as well. So just to review, we've so far covered product listing ad creations, call and location extensions reporting, and enhanced setting history features within the application. Now I'll be passing along the webinar over to Megan, who will be covering the Facebook portion of the latest release.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much for reviewing the latest enhancements. If anyone has questions on any of the topics Makiko just covered, please feel free to submit them through the questions, and then we will get to them at the end of the webinar. So as many of you know, there are significant benefits to building Facebook ads in the app. You have the ability to leverage audience templates, the image library, and you can use the URL builder to track conversions or revenue from ads that point to external sites. In the latest release, Marin has improved the ad creation workflow and included newly offered ad types. So in today's training, we're going to cover the new ad creation workflow, creating multiple sponsored stories from a single ad, mobile app install ads, and mobile device targeting. Great, so to get started, you first navigate to the Creative tab, click on the plus sign to add a new creative, select your account that's already been linked in and that you have admin access to, select an appropriate campaign, next name your ad, and then when you click on Next Step, you will be taken to the Ad Creative screen. So from here, you'll notice that the ad workflow has significantly changed. It now distinguishes between ads and stories. So ads, we say voice of the business because as a marketer, you have a lot of creative control over these ads. You can determine both the body, the headline, URLs, things like this, whereas with stories, stories are, one, dependent upon organic fan page interaction. So essentially, if nobody is commenting, liking, or sharing your post, your ads will not be served to their friends. So just keep that in mind, that it is dependent upon interaction. In addition, with stories, you are going to be promoting content that's already been posted on either your place or your page. So let's get started. To create a new ad, simply select the ad, and then we click into Offers. We will see that there's a new ad type, which is Offer Ads. So I'm simply going to select my applicable page, and you'll notice that on the right-hand column, a preview is populating that shows how many users have already claimed the offer. In addition, it'll show you the page post if you included a caption in your page post. So I'm going to select this one. And you may also notice that there's some new engagement, such as there's some new metrics, such as reach, engaged, PTAT, and virality. So to give you all a brief explanation of these metrics, I'm sure that a lot of people are already used to them, as Facebook has rolled them out in 2011. However, maybe for search marketers that are now learning how to promote Facebook ads, you may be interested in knowing the definitions of these so that you can better optimize your ads. Essentially, PTAT refers to people talking about this. That metric counts likes, comments, and/or reshares. Reach, on the other hand, is the count of users who have seen the post. So I would liken it to impressions. Engaged corresponds with Facebook's engaged users metric and includes the count of users that clicked on a post, a link within a post, or that shared or liked a post. Lastly, virality. Virality is the ratio of users that saw the post versus those that shared the post or shared or liked the post. So as an example, if 100 people saw my post and 10 shared it, the virality is 10%. So I would highly recommend choosing whichever offer or whichever page post you promote based upon these metrics. You're looking for posts that have high virality and high engagement specifically. So then let's review additional newly added ad types. So we covered the offers ads. In addition, there's question ads. So again, I just selected ads, question, selected my Facebook connection. And similar to the offers, you'll see here's a list of recent questions that were asked on my page. Once I select it, I'll see the preview on the top. And then in addition, it'll show the options for answers. So then that's the question ads. And the event ads, click on event, click on whichever event you have linked in. So in my case, it's Nirvana taking punk to the masses. And once I select my event ad, you'll see again it has already populated, and it also shows how many people are going to the event. So I would highly recommend making sure that you have people going to the event before you start promoting it. So I would highly recommend making sure you have people going to the event before you start promoting it. Next, we're going to cover some newly added stories. So you click onto stories and then click onto offers, you'll notice that there's now offer claim stories. So let's first select our Facebook connection. And you'll notice that it's going to load the most recent, I believe it's the last 10 page posts, and you'll see your offers available as well. So here are our metrics that we referred to earlier. And once I select it, again, you can see the preview up on the right-hand column. So another new ad type is the question-sponsored story. To create a question-sponsored story, click on Stories, click on to Questions, select your Facebook connection, and then select the question from the available post. So preview your ad, and then from here you can input your different, if you're using an audience template, you can select that, you can input your placements, pricing, etc. Okay, great. And then another new story type is for applications. If you click onto stories, click onto applications, then select an application that's already connected to Marin. You'll notice that there's these three new ad types. One is the app shared sponsored story, second is the gameplay sponsored story, and the third is the open graph sponsored story. Open graph sponsored stories may seem a little ambiguous, however, I believe a lot of people are familiar with them. The best example is Spotify. A lot of times in your newsfeed, you may see that XYZ just listened to a song on Spotify. That's an example of an open graph sponsored story. So great. Our next topic is reviewing how to create multiple sponsored stories from a single ad, which is also a new enhancement that was rolled out with the latest release. So to do so, click onto Stories, click onto Page Post, select your page, and you'll see that I can now pick multiple sponsored stories. So I'm going to select Page Post Like, Page Post Comment, and Page Post Share Sponsored Stories. By selecting all three, the estimated audience reach is significantly greater because an ad will be served to a user if their friend likes, comments, or shares a sponsored story. It also gives a word-of-mouth feel to your brand, so I would highly recommend leveraging this, especially because a lot of our clients have received great results when using Page Post Like, Comment, and Share sponsored stories. So similar to creating just a Page Post sponsored story, you're going to select ones that you would like to promote, and then you can also filter down, so perhaps you only want page posts that include photos, or maybe only page posts that include links. Alternatively, you can select text or videos. So filter down to the applicable one, and then select it based upon the engagement metrics. Fill in your targeting, pricing, and then just save your creative. So once you do so, you'll notice that if you navigate to your activity log, you can see your newly created ads. Excellent. So the next type of ad we're going to create is the next type of ad we're going to review is the mobile app install ad. A mobile app install ad is shown in mobile users' newsfeed, and the ad links directly to the Apple App Store or to Google Play. With the mobile app install ad, marketers can create Facebook ads that direct users to their respective mobile stores, where they can then quickly install the advertised application. Note with this, conversions are app opens and not necessarily app installs. And so to create a mobile app install ad, we're going to navigate to ads, then select application, and if you have it applicable, it will be shown under sponsored results. This also goes hand in hand with our next topic, which is mobile device targeting. So mobile device targeting is under placement, and you'll notice that you now have this option for operating systems. So this is great for marketers that are promoting applications, because if the application is only offered in the Apple App Store, then you only target iOS users. Similarly, if the application is only in the Google Play Store, then you can target Android users. So for example, if I was going to promote an app shared story, maybe I only want to target users who actually can then go and install the app. So if I only offer it on Google Play, then under placements, I want to make sure to select users that are on Android operating system. So those are the major enhancements with the new release. Again, they include the new workflow, the new ad creation workflow, the ability to now create multiple sponsored stories from a single ad, the ability to create mobile app install ads, and now you can have more refined mobile device targeting by being able to segment users based upon their operating system. So I really hope that everyone gets a chance to leverage these new enhancements, as I do think it'll help you meet your both Facebook campaign goals and your larger business goals. Does anyone have questions on any of the topics that either myself or Ms. Kiko covered? If so, please submit them now, and we will start covering questions from the audience.
Great. And I'd like to actually start answering a few of the product listings related questions that have been submitted by the audience. So just as an overview, product listing ads are additional ad types that are available within Google that you can set through your Merchant Center fee. That's something that you can definitely link into your Google AdWords account as well, so that you can manage it in either the Merchant Center or AdWords, depending on how you're running your account. What the product listing ads makes available is a picture of your item, a quick description of that item, both of which Google will be pulling from your feed. The promotion is an additional line of text that you can associate with the ad group. So any of the product listing ads that may be in that ad group, you can go ahead and assign a promotion to, so that underneath the picture, the product, and your website that Google pulls, you'll be able to then put a promotion like lanterns at 50% off. So hopefully that kind of covers off quickly on what product listing ads are and what that promotion line is used for. And so for further information on the product listing ads, please feel free to reach out to your online marketing managers, or if you have a representative over at Google that can help you understand exactly what a product listing ad is, please feel free to do so as well. In terms of tracking product listing ads, that's not a feature that was introduced in our latest enhancement, but it is on the roadmap to be able to fully manage product listing ads through Marin. So our product team is continuing to work on full support of product listing ads. At this point within Marin's UI, you'll be able to sync in the product listing ads, and you'll be able to create them. But the tracking aspect to the conversion and revenue is something that will be down the road. In terms of click-to-call reporting, those are metrics that are being pulled in through the Google API. For those keywords, you will be able to, just like every other keyword, bring in all the other columns that are made available to you using View Builder. So regular search impressions, clicks, conversions, and revenue will also be available. You just have to navigate over to View Builder and bring those in.
Okay, someone also asked if we also support sponsored results, which is a great question. Sponsored results are supported. It was not released in this latest one. However, if you would like to create a sponsored result ad in Marin, simply navigate to the creatives, create your new Facebook ad, select ads, and then choose whether you're going to do it for a page or an application. If you select page, you'll then see that you have the sponsored results option under choose your ad type. So that's a great question, and that's another ad type, of course, I definitely recommend others using, especially because you can also target entities aside from your page. So I've seen, as of late, there's been a lot of competitors targeting their competitors' pages, so that way when Facebook users search for their competitor, they'll then see an ad that's promoting their fan page instead.
And with any further questions, please feel free to reach out to your online marketing managers. And with training availability in general, there will be additional webinars going forward. And we've also released a new certification program, and I believe somebody brought this up from the audience. There is a new certification program that has been launched. Go ahead and reach out to your online marketing manager for more information on that, and they'll be able to provide you with how to sign up. Your account managers should also be able to point you in the same direction. Conversely, our help section that you can navigate to from the application will provide you ways to get into the certification, as well as any articles that are relevant to all of the product enhancements that we've covered today, and everything else that's offered within the application. So please do utilize that help section. There is a lot of great resources in there. And again, if you do encounter any issues while using the application, filing a support ticket through the help section is a great way to make sure that your needs are being addressed in a timely manner. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. Please do let us know if this webinar was helpful. Let your OMMs know, and looking forward to presenting again. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for joining.